spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, puts you 6 feet down. I got 4-round Wranglers and a pearl snap shirt. I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living for man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than breathe into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Some dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy.
Yes, good evening race fans and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program it is round number 2 of the Australian Fixed Setup Racing Big Block Modified Series live here at the USA International Speedway here tonight, the biggest dirt track on the iRacing calendar. We welcome you wherever you may be watching from here on Ultimate Dirt TV. My name is Matt Bailey and we thank you so much for watching along each and every Monday night here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the action earlier on today with the Miller Family Trucking World of Thunder Esports League. Qualifying currently underway on the Speedway at the moment. And we'll take a look at some race cars on the Speedway. Alexander Magro in the 82 car currently on the Speedway and he's currently quick time. Trent Gosley goes quicker. The 22.047. Big block modifieds on the Speedway for tonight. Don't forget later on as well, race fans, we'll have some 410 wing sprint car action back here at the USA International Speedway. And I tell you what, I can't wait for that. That's going to be pretty awesome. Let's check out some more race cars on the Speedway. There is the JSI Sim Racing number 12 machine of Jason Crawford. The Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group number 12 machine. Also got JSI Sim Racing on the car. And a big thanks to Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group for sponsoring tonight's event here on the Australian Fixed Setup Racing Big Block Modified Series. So, big thanks to those guys as well. Big thanks to all our sponsors here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Can't do it without those guys. And, well, hopefully everyone is watching online tonight. Nash Granger also on the Speedway in the number 5 machine. And he's currently 4th quick at the moment with the 22.126. Danny Vassell, the main man behind the Australian Fixed Setup Racing League, is on the racetrack at the moment in the 97 car. Into turns number 3 and 4 will go Danny Vassell. And down the main straightaway, and he'll bang in another lap time. Currently 7th quick at the moment. Can he go any quicker? No, he doesn't with a 22.180. That is the official time for the 97 machine of Danny Vassell. Aston Hurley also in the field for tonight. The Allure Esports number 99 machine. Good to see him in the field for tonight. And he's currently 12th quick with a 22.234. As we'll check out some other race cars on the speedway. Brett Wheeler also in the field for tonight in the SpeedShot51.com UltimateDirtTV number 56 machine. We'll check out your qualifying results, and Trent Gosley goes quick time with a 22.047. Boyd Bowden, Alexander Magro, Nash Granger, and Jacob Croker is your top 5. Heat race number 1 about to line up on the speedway. And it's going to be Trent Gosley in the 4 machine from pole to his outside, the 25 machine of Nash Granger. Danny Vassell will start the 97 machine from position number 3 to his outside, the Bonzi Racing Engines Queensland 42. That is Russell Bonzi. Brett Gerards will start the 42 machine from position number 5 with Braden Morosky in the 23 from 6. Daniel Stevens will start the 3 machine from position number 7 with Jason Burke for JSI Sim Racing will start the 74 from position number 8. It's J-Dub, Justin Wright in this 78 machine from position number 9 with Alan Tacken in the 23 car, I do believe, from position number 10. And Brett Wheeler in the number 56 machine will start from position number 11. Good to see these guys in the field for tonight. So we will get set to check out some race cars on the speedway. There's Brett Wheeler rolling away on the racetrack, the Racecraft Simulation SpeedShot51.com. New South Wales 56 machine. As pace car lights are out, we are set to go. Top 4 transfer through to tonight's A-Main. And we'll get set to go this time by big block modified action here at USA International Speedway. We are set to go racing. Gosley and Granger on the front row. Round number 2 of the Australian Fixed Racing Big Block Modified Series Heat Race number 1 is green. Down to 1 and 2 for the first time. Gosley on the bottom side of the speedway. Leads early down the back, straight away into turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time. Just bearing in mind, race fans, this is the biggest racetrack on the iRacing calendar. We've already got a big smash in turn number 3 and 4. Looks like one car was turned around in turn number 3 and 4, so hopefully yellow flag will not come out for that one. Danny Vassell back there in second. Nash Granger back in third. And Brett Gerards in position number 4 at the moment. Down the main straightaway, they'll run this time by now with 6 laps to go. In heat race number 1. Down the back, straightaway they go. This time, as we'll take a look down the back of the bus, Brett Wheeler still in position number 7. In the New South Wales 56 car. J-Dub, Justin Wright back there in position number 8 at the moment in the 78 machine. As they roll down into turns 1 and 2. Jason Burke back there in position number 9 at the moment. As we go back up front right now with your race leaders. And Gosley still your race leader now. This time by halfway down. Halfway to go. 4 laps in the books. For Trent Gosley. Danny Vassell back there in second, followed by Nash Granger in the top 3. Down the back, straight away they'll go this time by into turns number 3 and 4. You can see just the difference right now, race fans, just the way the racetrack is going to start panning out here tonight at the USA International Speedway. You can see these guys just rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. Obviously, later on, you'll see when the sprint cars come out, you'll see how different this racetrack will pan out as the guys will use every single inch of this racing surface when we see the big 900 horsepower 14-wing sprint cars come out a little bit later on. As we are yellow first caution of the night with 2 laps to go in heat race number 1. And that is not what we want here tonight so far to start off the night here at USA International Speedway. Trent Gosley is your race leader. And by the looks of things, it was the 42 car of Brett Gerards who was the cause of the caution. Hopefully everyone enjoying their night so far. Hopefully everyone had a good Monday wherever you were doing today in Australia. And hopefully everyone enjoying their Sunday over in the United States of America. So we'll get set to resume heat race number 1. Yellow lights already out on the pace car. The iRacing.com official pace car. Set to pull back into the pit area. And we will resume the last 2 laps of tonight's heat race number 1. Here at the USA International Speedway. Trent Gosley jumps on the front pedals. We go back to green flag racing. Gosley now with 2 laps left to go into turns 1 and 2. Vassell nearly bicycles the car in turn 1 and 2. Just caught the inside grass area in turn 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go this time by to turn number 3 and 4. Gosley down the main straightaway this time by. Now with 1 lap left to go into turns 1 and 2. Gosley will head down the back straight away for the final time. Into turns number 3 and 4. Gosley through turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway and Trent Gosley will take out heat race number 1. Danny Vassell will come home second. Nash Granger will come home in the top 3. A good heat for heat race number 1, apart from the only caution in heat race number 1. Here is your official results for heat race number 1. Trent Gosley, Danny Vassell, Nash Granger, and Russell Bonzi. Your top 4 cars going through to tonight's A-Main. Unfortunately for Brett Wheeler, Daniel Stevens, Justin Wright, Jason Burke, Brett Gerards, Alan Tacken, and Braden Morosky will go through to one of the last chance qualifiers. Heat race number 2 about to line up on the speedway as they do now. Boyd Bowden, the TJS Sim Sports machine, will start from position number 1 to his outside. It is Jacob Croker out of position number 2. Daniel Boyd in the 79 entry for Vortex Sim Sports will start from 3 to his outside as the 72 car of Craig Sheeran. Position number 5 will be the 24 car of Evan Tyroa. Position number 6 will be the 64 car of Ayrton Smith. Position number 7 will be the 27 car of Bradley Vaughan. Position number 8 with the 5 machine of Bailey Frid. Position number 9 will be the 15 car of Hayden Vickers. Position number 10 of the 68 machine of Brad Sanders. And Josh Keane will round out the 11 car field in the 16 machine here tonight for heat race number 1. Not sure what's happening with the grid. Looks like we'll have to go without this one, race fans, unless it's going to repair itself along the way. As we go green right now for heat race number 2. Into turns 1 and 2. Bowden on the bottom side of the speedway. Croker back there in position number 2 right now. They go side by side down the back straight away for the first time here in heat race number 2. Through turns number 3 and 4, they'll run for the first time. Down the main straightaway, here comes Daniel Boyd. Looking for second across the stripe. We got one car upside down on the main straightaway. So what we're going to do, guys, just to see if we can fix the timing. We might see if we can go with this one for now until we can get the main system back up and running. So we'll use this one just for now, race fans. Apologies. So maybe after the heat races, I'll do a quick reboot with the live timing software. So hopefully that should repair it. However, we've still got 6 laps left to run as cars will line up in 2x2 formation. They'll get set to go this time by as the green flag flies once again. Down the main straightaway, they go into turns 1 and 2. This time by down the back straightaway, Boyd Bowden is your race leader. Into turns 1 and 2, they go once again. Bowden down the main straightaway to turns number 1 and 2. They'll run this time by. Now he's... Sorry, the ticker's gone back. Still 6 laps left to go. In heat race number 2. Down the back straightaway. Into turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time. So we'll see what happens in the closing laps of heat race number 2. Down the back straightaway this time by. Into turns number 3 and 4. Boyd Bowden still leading. Down the main straightaway this time by. Into turns 1 and 2 now with 4 laps left to go. In heat race number 2. So what we're going to do, race fans, we're just going to quickly do a quick reboot on the live timing software. So you might see it go blank for a quick sec. So hopefully that will fix it. So we will get the live timing back up momentarily, race fans. As we will get that all fixed up. Hopefully this will work and not interrupt the game. So we'll let this heat race roll out, race fans, and then we'll do a quick... I'll start the live timing software back up. So that way it will be all goods to go. So Boyd Bowden still leading the race. Down the back straightaway they'll go. Into turns number 3 and 4 this time by... Bowden. Down the main straightaway this time by. There should be only a couple of laps left to go. In heat race number 2. In fact, looks like that is done and dusted. So heat race number 2 is done. So it's going to bring up the live timing software once again, race fans, so that way we can have our live timing back. There we go. So your results for heat race number 2 coming up on the screen. Boyd Bowden over Jacob Croker, Ayrton Smith, Craig Sheeran, Daniel Boyd, Bailey Fried, Brad Sanders, Evan Tyroa, Josh Keane, Hayden Vickers, and Bradley Vaughan. So far your top 4 from that one. Moving on to tonight's A main. Here is your grid right now for heat race number 3. And is going to be Alexander Magro. Alongside him will be Harry Stewart in the 11 machine. Jason Crawford in the 12 car will start from 3 with Aston Hurley. And the 99 car will start from position number 4. Ash Hammond in the 17 will start from 5 with Braden Shute in the 76 will start from 6. Matt Reed in the 20 machine will start from 7 with Mark Stewart in the 26 from position number 8. Bo Nation in the 94 car will start from position number 9 with Sam Stride in the 26 from position number 10. And Brock Lewis in the 31 car will start from position number 11. So I do apologise about that little intervene there, race fans. The live timing software was playing a little bit of havoc. We're green, though, for heat race. And number 3, 8 laps again on the board. Stewart. They run down to turns 1 and 2. Magro gets all sorts of tight in turns 1 and 2. The 82 car falls back a couple of positions down the back straight where they go. Into turns number 3 and 4 for the first time in heat race number 3. Harry Stewart will lead down the main straightaway into turns number 1 and 2. They'll go this time. Aston Hurley still back there in the 99 machine. Then you're back to Alexander Magro. Braden Shute back there as well in position number 4. On the bubble right now is the 76 of Braden Shute. Yellow on the speedway right now. We're going to see if we can take a look at the UltimateDirtTV instant replay for the first time tonight. Here on Ultimate Dirt TV, looks like Sam Stride is the culprit in this one. And does so. Looks like just caught the 94 car of Bo Nation. And unfortunately, Sam Stride, the walls don't move, my friend. So we will come back to live pictures here at the USA International Speedway. And good to see these guys having a good run so far here tonight. So heat race number 3 about to resume. Yellow lights are still on the pace car. So a big thanks to everyone tuning in tonight here at the USA International Speedway and here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Good to see all you guys on board for tonight. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed their Monday. And we are set to go racing once again here for heat race number 3. Harry Stewart jumps on the gas. Aston Hurley follows him into turns 1 and 2. They go nearly side by side. In turns 1 and 2, down the back, straight away they go though. Braden Shute in the 17 car for tonight. Actually just noticed that he's not running the 76 machine. So Braden Shute in the 17 car for tonight. So we're now 3 laps in the books. We've still got 5 laps to go. In heat race number 3. Down the back straight away. And Aston Hurley nearly popped a wheel stand down the back straight away. Must be a bit of a rut there on the back. On the back chute. Again, a big thanks to all our sponsors here on Ultimate Dirt TV and also with the Australian Fixed Setup Racing League. So Harry Stewart still leading the way at the moment. Into turns number 3 and 4 they'll run. This time by now with 3 laps left to go in heat race number 3. And Harry Stewart down to 1 and 2 in the 11 car. Aston Hurley back there in the 99 machine. It's a battle on for the final transfer spot though. Into turns number 3 and 4 they'll run this time by. Shute on the bottom side of the speedway takes over the 3rd position from Alexander Magro. And Jason Crawford in there as well in the 12 machine. Down to 1 and 2. Crawford just on the outside. Looking down the brink to get into tonight's A-main directly from the heat racing action here tonight at USA International Speedway for round number 2 of the Australian Fixed Setup Racing Big Block Modified Series. Down to turns 1 and 2 they go. Crawford has got one last look at this. Meanwhile, Harry Stewart through turns number 3 and 4 this time by. Down the main chute and Harry Stewart will take out the win in heat race number 3. Good job to Harry Stewart. Aston Hurley will come home in position number 2. Braden Shute in 3. So, good to see these guys so far. Good racing so far tonight. We are set to have a look at your results for heat race number 3 on the Speedway. And there it is, Harry Stewart, Aston Hurley, Braden Shute. Alexander Magro will take out the final transfer spot into tonight's A main. And that was the last heat race of the night. We're now getting set to take a look at the first of the last chance qualifiers into tonight's big dance, and Brett Gerards in the 42 will start from 1 to his outside with a 16 car of Josh Keane. Position number 3 with a 20 car of Matt Reed. Position number 4 with a 34 car of Alan Tacken. Position number 5 with a 15 machine of Hayden Vickers. Position number 6 with a 94 car of Bo Nation. Position number 7 with a 23 car of Braden Morosky to his outside. Position number 8 with a 27 of Bradley Vaughan. And Brock Lewis will start from position number 9 in this one. So 10 laps is the distance from C-Main action here tonight. So yellow lights are out this time by. So we are set to go though for C-Main competition. Brett Gerards on the inside of the front row. Josh Keane will start on his outside. Matty Reid in the 46 car back there in position number 3, and Alan Tacken on the outside of the second row. We're set to go racing this time by, race fans. 10 laps is the distance. Who's going to transfer through to tonight's B main? We are set to find out here at the USA International Speedway. Let's go racing. Down to 1 and 2 they go for the first time. Gerards looks like a bit of trouble there for the 46 car of Matty Reid. And that is not what you want so far here tonight. Here at the USA International Speedway. So, as cars will line up once again. Be sure to like, follow, and share the UltimateDirtTV Facebook page. And also be sure to hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing on YouTube. And neither does it on Facebook as well. So Brett Gerards in the 42 machine will restart on the pole position. So we will get set to go this time by. Gerards and Josh Keane on the outside of the front row. We are set to go racing. This time by as the green flag goes out. We resume racing here in C-Main competition for tonight. Tacken quickly up to second on the speedway. Down the back straight they'll go this time by into turns number 3 and 4. Gerards on the bottom, drifts up high out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway this time. Still got 7 laps to go as we go yellow once again on the speedway. Caution is back out. Looks like a couple of cars involved in that one. So cars will form up once again on the speedway. So, couple of events coming up this week, race fans here on UltimateDirtTV. Be sure to tune in to the Bluegrass iRacing series. And you'll join, I'm pretty sure, is Steve McMillian on the call for that one. So be sure to tune in for that one. I'm pretty sure that is on Thursday, Australian time, and Wednesday in the US of A. I'll tell you what, it's been a pretty wet couple of weeks here in Australia as well. So hopefully anyone watching online tonight, wherever you may be around from the New South Wales area, if you have been affected by the floods, we are thinking of you as well. So hopefully everyone will recuperate from that. We go back to green flag racing this time by here for tonight's C-Main. And we are down to 1 and 2 with Brett Gerard's Alan Tacken back there in second. You go back to Braden Morosky back there in position number 3. At the moment, Brock Lewis back there in position number 4. At the moment, Josh Keane rounds out your top 5. Into turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time by Tacken looking for the race lead. Down the main straightaway, Alan Tacken is on point right now. In that 23 machine, to the top side of the speedway he goes. Loses a little bit of ground to Brett Gerard's. Down the back straightaway they go. This time by into turns number 3 and 4. Gerard's on the top side of the speedway. Down the main straight they'll run this time by now with 5 laps left to go. Here in tonight's C-Main down to 1 and 2. Gerard's followed by Tacken, then back to Braden Morosky. Into turns number 3 and 4. This time by Gerard's through the slick part of the speedway on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now 4 laps left remaining here in tonight's C-Main. Down to 1 and 2 they go once again. Morosky looking to the outside. Made contact with Alan Tacken. Brock Lewis now moves up into position number 3 in the 27 machine. Down the main straight they'll run this time by now with 3 laps left to go. In tonight's C-Main. Down the back shoulder they'll go this time by Gerard, still leads, followed by Tacken, Lewis and Morosky at top 4. And then you're back to Josh Keane, Hayden Vickers, Bradley Vaughan, Matty Reid and Bo Nation. Rounding out your 9-car field. Now with 2 laps left to go, the popsicle sticks are out for your race leader of Brett Gerard's. Down the back chute this time by, we take a look at the 23 car of Alan Tacken on the racetrack. We got 1 car nearly around on the back straightaway. We do, and we go yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh dear. That is not the way we almost wanted to end tonight's C-Main. So we should be able to get these last couple of laps in tonight's C-Main done. Brett Gerards is your race leader. Then about to Alan Tacken, Brock Lewis, and Braden Morosky. Rounding out your top 4. Just going to quickly confirm what our transfer is. It is top 2 through to tonight's B-Main. And then we will go into tonight's last chance to get into the big dance, which is the B-Main for tonight. As we go back to green flag racing, this time by down the main straightaway, and Gerards leads us down to 1 and 2. Tacken, then go back to Brock Lewis in the 27 car on the bottom side of the speedway. Down the back straightaway they go this time by. The white flag will be displayed for Brett Gerards through turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time by. Down the main straightaway, the white flag is out for Brett Gerards in the 42 machine. Tacken still back there in second. He's on the bubble right now to transfer into tonight's B-Main. And then he's got to do it all again to get into tonight's A-Main. Through turns number 3 and 4, though, for the final time. And it will be Brett Gerards taking the win in tonight's C-Main. He'll transfer on, so to Alan Tacken. And they'll transfer on through to tonight's B-Main. So your results for tonight's C-Main. We'll check those out just quickly before we go into the grid. Gerards and Tacken moving on to tonight's B-Main. We'll see them in this one. Unfortunately for Brock Lewis, Morosky, Keane, Vickers, Vaughan, Reed and Nation. Positions 3 through to 9 will sit up in the stands and have a cold refreshment and something to eat a little bit later on. Here's your grid for B-Main action here tonight. And it's going to be Brett Wheeler off the front row to his outside, the Vortex Sim Sports. Number 79, that is Daniel Boyd. Jason Crawford will start the 12 machine from position number 3 with Daniel Stevens out of 4. Bailey Fried and Ash Hammond will line up out of row number 3. Jade Up, Justin Wright and Brad Sanders will line up on row 4. Sam Stride and Jason Burke out of row number 5. Position number 11 will be Evan Tyroa and Mark Stewart out of position number 12. And we roll over the page to the final row. You'll see main transferees of Brett Gerards and Alan Tacken. Well, we know for sure one thing, race fans. The New South Wales 56 machine of Brett Wheeler is going to be on the racetrack right now, and he is going to be running around here with a vengeance to get into tonight's A-Main. Who can stop the Green Lantern? As we go green for tonight's B-Main, 12 laps is the distance. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Wheeler catches the inside grass area. Unsettles the race car as we go yellow. So we will line them up once again. As cars just catching up to the pace car. So we will get set to re-rack them and restack them once again. Be sure to watch. They're very slick looking number 79 machine of Daniel Boyd on the outside of the front row. That is the speedshot51.com Vortex SimSports LCJ Carpentry number 79 machine. As we're set to go racing, this time by Wheeler jumps on the gas out of turn number 4. Gets a good start for the 56 machine of Brett Wheeler. Down to 1 and 2. Crawford moves up into second. Puts a slide job on Daniel Boyd. Down the back shoulder they go, this time by into turns number 3 and 4. Boyd takes the spot back through turn number 3. Made contact slightly with Jason Crawford. Down the main straight they'll run now with this time by. Into turns 1 and 2. Into turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time by. Brett Wheeler still leads the way. In down the main straightaway this time by. Into turns number 1 and 2. Wheeler on the top side of the speedway. Daniel Boyd follows him on the top side as well. Down the back straight they'll run this time by. Into turns number 3 and 4. Wheeler now drops back to the second position with Daniel Boyd now pulling a slide jump on the 56 machine. They go wheel to wheel through turn number 3 and 4. Down the main straightaway this time into turns 1 and 2. Wheeler now dropping back to the second position. Daniel Boyd has got that 79 machine on the haul right now. Through turns number 3 and 4, they'll run this time by nearly wheel to wheel through turn number 3 between your top 2. Bailey Freed back there in third right now. Then back to Jason Crawford and Daniel Stevens to round out your top 5. Down the main straightaway this time into turns number 3 and 4. And down the main straightaway. Daniel Boyd still leading now. 6 laps down, 6 laps left to go. Here in tonight's B main. Boyd still leads down the back straightaway. Brett Wheeler still back there in second. Bailey Freed in third. You're back to Jason Crawford. They're battling side by side. As well for minor placings on the speedway. Daniel Stevens now in the picture in the 3 machine. They go side by side down the main straightaway, nearly 3 wide on the main straight. Into turns number 1 and 2 this time by. Down the main back straightaway they'll go. Boyd still leading over Brett Wheeler. And then go back to position number 3, Jason Crawford. Now moves his way up into the 3rd position. Bailey Freed and Daniel Stevens going at it for the 4th and 5th position on the speedway. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Wheeler still holding it down at the moment right now with 4 laps left to run. Here in tonight's B main. Down to turns number 3 and 4 they'll run this time by. Down the main straightaway they go now with 3 laps left to go. Here in tonight's B main. I tell you what though, Jason Crawford has got that 12 machine on the haul in the mail right now. Down the back straightaway they go. We are caution yellow on the speedway. Just as Jason Crawford was starting to wind up the number 12 machine. So we'll see what happens with the closing laps of tonight's B main. Again, we say thank you to everyone watching on Facebook or YouTube from wherever you may be watching from, in the comfort of your own home or you're in the car watching UltimateDirtTV coming through your Bluetooth stereo. Now that's what we call the Ultimate Drive. Or whether you're just chilling in bed with your iPad or your iPhone or smart device watching UltimateDirtTV, we say welcome. If you're just tuning in now, we are up to tonight's B main. We've had 3 heat races on the program already. And mind you, we've still got a lot more racing left to go here tonight. Be sure to stay tuned, race fans. We've got this B main, then we have tonight's A main for the big block modifieds, and then the track will be reset for the 410 wing sprint cars. Still set to come out onto the racetrack, and the trailers are already starting to roll through the pit gates. We can guarantee you that as we go back to green flag racing now with 2 laps left to run on the speedway. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Boyd down the back straight away. This time the white lights will be flashing through turns number 3 and 4. For Daniel Boyd, the white lights start flashing now for your race leader. Who's going to transfer into tonight's A main? Boyd through turns 1 and 2 pulls a lengthy lead down the back straight away. Just over half a second into turns number 3 and 4 this time by. And Daniel Boyd, how about it, race fans? The 79 machine gets the job done. Here in tonight's B main, Brett Wheeler will transfer on as well, so too Jason Crawford. And Daniel Stevens as well to move on through to tonight's A main. We'll take a look quickly at your B main results. G'day Mitch Cartwright watching online right now here on Facebook. Daniel Boyd, so too Brett Wheeler moving on through to tonight's A main. Jason Crawford, Daniel Stevens, Sam Stride, Bailey Fried, Brad Sanders, Brett Gerards, Justin Wright and Jason Burke moving on through to tonight's A main. So too Ash Hammond. Race fans, your grid right now coming up on your screen for tonight's A main. Mark Stewart and Ash Hammond from positions 24 and 23. Position 22 will be the 74 car of Jason Burke. Justin Wright will line up the 78 car from position 21. Brett Gerards in the 42 machine will start from position number 20, with Brad Sanders in the 68 machine will start from position 19. Bailey Fried in the 5 machine will start from position 18, with Sam Stride in the 28 from position number 17. Daniel Stevens in the 3 machine will start from 16, with Jason Crawford in the 12 machine from position 15. Brett Wheeler will start the 56 car from position 14, with Daniel Boyd out of position number 13. Alexander Magro in the 82 car will start from position number 12, with Craig Sheeran in the 72 car from position number 11. Position number 10 will be the 42 car of Russell Bonzi. Position 9 with the 17 machine of Braden Shute. Position number 8 will be the 64 car of Ayrton Smith. Position number 7 with the 25 car of Nash Granger. Position 6 will be Aston Hurley. Position number 5, Jacob Croker. Danny Vassell on the outside of row number 2, with Harry Stewart on the inside of row number 2. Then back to up to Boyd Bowden and Trent Gosley on the front row. Race fans, we are set to go racing. 25 laps on the board. Here for round number 2 of the AFSR Big Block Modified Series. We're green. Down to 1 and 2 they go for the first time. And yellow flag is out in turns 1 and 2. Cars will come back down to a slower pace on the speedway. And we will get set to go back to green flag racing. Still going to have 25 laps on the board. So we will get set to unleash these guys once again. Trent Gosley, Boyd Bowden on the front row. Then back to Harry Stewart, Danny Vassell, Jacob Croker, Aston Hurley, Nash Granger, Ayrton Smith from position number 8. We are set to go once again, race fans. This should be a complete restart. as we are set to go racing. Pace car set to pull in. Cars getting a little bit bunched up out of turn number 4 as we go green. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Gosley takes the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Bowden down the back straightaway. We are yellow once again. So the yellow flag has returned to the racetrack. So, looks like we're going to get set to go once again. So, Trent Gosley and Boyd Bowden on the front row. Slap on the wrist for the 26 car as well, jumping the start on the initial start there. So slap on the wrist for the 26 machine. Harry Stewart, Jacob Croker out of positions 3 and 4. Danny Vassell back there in 5. We are set to go racing this time by Trent Gosley. Jumps on the gas as we go green. Gosley gets a good start down to 1 and 2. Stewart on the inside of Croker right now. Down the back, shot where they'll go this time. Into turns number 3 and 4. Gosley on the top side of the speedway, looking at the cushion right now. Down the main straight, they'll run this time by copping that nasty bump out of turn number 4. Down to 1 and 2 they go once again. 3 laps in the book, still got 22 remaining. Sorry, 23 remaining. 20, yes. Down the main straight, they'll run this time by with 21 laps to go. Nearly 5 laps in the books this time by Gosley is your race leader. Then back to Boyd Bowden. Here comes Harry Stewart as well, back there in position number 3 at the moment. As we take a look back through the pack. Now 5 laps in the books, 20 laps to go. How about Brett Wheeler as well? Moved already up 4 positions in tonight's A-Main. He started from position number 14. He's up into the top 10 right now. As we'll take a look, your biggest mover so far is Brett Wheeler and Jason Crawford. Brett Gerards as well, up 5 positions in the 42 machine. So checking out the New South Wales 56 of Brett Wheeler, battling with Jason Crawford on the speedway. These two duked it out through tonight's B-Main. So hopefully the rivalry continues on the racetrack. As Trent Gosley still leading the way in the 4 machine. Down the back straight they go this time by. We are caution yellow on the speedway. Looks like Jacob Croker has upended the 11 car. Looks like it just got together down the main straightaway into 1 and 2. Yeah, just caught the wall in turn number 1 and 2. And Jacob, unfortunately, the walls don't move, mate, and you can't park there. So as we'll come back to live pictures on the speedway. So cars getting set to line up once again. So, getting set to go racing this time by. The yellow lights are out on the racetrack. Cars formed up in 2x2 formation. Laps starting to wind down here at the USA International Speedway for the big block modified portion of tonight's program. As we go back to green flag racing now. Into turns 1 and 2. Bowden gets a little bit tight in turns 1 and 2. Almost takes a race lead down the back. Straight away they go side by side. Gosley, though, gets all the power down in the Ford machine. Now takes the race lead back off Boyd Bowden. Here comes Harry Stewart, though, in the 11 machine. Down the main straight they'll run this time by. Bowden picked up the front end out of turn number 4. Nearly unsettled the 26 machine. Down the back straight they'll go this time by. Into turns number 3 and 4. Bit of mechanical issues for your race leader. Down the main straight they go this time by. Now with 15 to run. Here in tonight's A main for the big block modified portion of tonight's proceedings. As we are yellow on the racetrack. So cars will again come down to a slower pace. And we'll get set to unleash these guys once again. With 14 laps to go. So we are getting set to go this time by. Yellow lights are out on the speedway. With 15 laps to go currently on the board. As we go back to last recorded lap, however, when these guys cross the stripe, we'll have 14 to run here in tonight's A main. Let's get set to go back to green flag racing as we do now. Green flag is back out for tonight's big block modified A main. Down to 1 and 2. Stewart drifts up the racetrack ever so slightly. Nearly made contact with Danny Vassell down the back straight away this time. Into turns number 3 and 4. Gosley still your race leader. Stewart, here comes Aston Hurley as well through turns number 3 and 4. Looking to the inside right now of Harry Stewart. Couldn't get the job done though. Into turns 1 and 2. Stewart gone to the top side looking at the cushion. At the moment on the speedway. Right now, looking mid-pack, Brett Wheeler in a whole lot of traffic right now on the speedway. Battling with Alexander Magro, nearly made contact with the 82 machine. And also Russell Bonzi as well in there in the 42Q. So to Braden Shute coming through the field as well as Daniel Boyd in the 79 car. So Brett Wheeler up to position number 8, started in the 14th position here tonight. Jason Burke as well moving up through the field. So far, your biggest mover is Jason Burke, in up 9 positions so far on the racetrack here tonight. So we're now down to 10 laps to go, race fans. Here in tonight's A-Main, as we look back up front now with your race leaders, and we are caution yellow on the speedway. And unfortunately, Jason Crawford has had a bit of an upsy-daisy in the number 12 machine, as he went through turns 1 and 2 and just caught the wall and got around there with Ash Hammond in the number 4 machine. So we'll come back to our live pictures right now here at the USA International Speedway, currently with 10 laps remaining. So, Gosley leading over Harry Stewart, Aston Hurley back there in third right now. Then you're back to Danny Vassell, Ayrton Smith, Russell Bonzi, Alexander Magro, Brett Wheeler in position number 8 on the racetrack. So, Jason Crawford now out of the race, so to Ash Hammond. As we go back to green flag racing right now with 9 laps to go. Here in tonight's A-Main, down to 1 and 2 they go this time. Gosley on the top side of the speedway, getting all of the horsepower down right now in that race car. Down to 3 and 4 they run this time by Stewart. Following suit with Trent Gosley right now, so to Aston Hurley back there in position number 3. And then you go back to Danny Vassell in the 4th spot at the moment. Then back to Ayrton Smith, Russell Bonzi, Alexander Magro, and Brett Wheeler to round out your top 8. So far, a good run tonight for the 56 machine of Brett Wheeler. Started in the 14th position in tonight's A-Main. Now up to the top 8 on the racetrack. So we've got 7 laps to go, make that 6.5 as we go down the back straight away into turns number 3 and 4. They run this time by. Down the main chute now with 6 laps to go for Trent Gosley. Harry Stewart now looking for the race lead. Down the back straight away, is knocking on the rear door of the 4 machine. They make contact down the back straight away. Into turns number 3 and 4 right now. Through turns number 3 and 4. Slide job coming from the 11 machine of Harry Stewart. They go wheel to wheel down the main straightaway. Harry Stewart right now is on a mission in the 11 machine. Into turns 1 and 2 they go this time by. Stewart on the top side of the speedway gets the power down. Following Trent Gosley's line around the speedway right now is the 11 machine of Harry Stewart. Gosley forced to go to the bottom side of the racetrack. Now with 4 laps to go here in tonight's A-Main for the 25 lap big block modified feature. Hurley went for a slide job in turns 1 and 2. Couldn't make it stick though. We are caution. Yellow on the speedway. So, Harry Stewart will be your race leader. So, coming back to the green flag. We should be going back to last recorded lap, which will give us 4 laps to go. So when we come back to the green flag, we will have 3 to run here in tonight's A-Main for round number 2 of the AFSR, Australian Fixed Setup Racing Big Block Modified Series here tonight at the USA International Speedway. If you're just tuning in, right now we are 22 laps into tonight's feature race. As we go back to green flag racing right now, Stewart leads us down to 1 and 2, goes to the top side. In turns 1 and 2, Hurley now back there in second. Trent Gosley back there in position number 3. Then back to Ayrton Smith in the top 4. Brett Wheeler still back down in position number 8 at the moment, now falling back to 9th. On the speedway. Down the main straight they run this time by the popsicle sticks. Are out 2 laps left to go for your race leader of Harry Stewart. Through turns 1 and 2. He's a compact speed car driver in real life, and here on the sim, he's always quick when he gets into a race car. Here on the iRacing.com service. Through turns number 3 and 4, down the main straightaway this time by. Into turns 1 and 2. Harry Stewart looking for the win here tonight. Aston Hurley looking to have something to say about that, but through turns number 3 and out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, your feature race winner here tonight for the big block modified portion is Harry Stewart. Second will go to Aston Hurley. Third will go to Trent Gosley, as we've got a big crash across the start line. Ayrton Smith home in 4th. Russell Bonzi home in position number 5. Alexander Magro in the 6th position. We will take a look at your final results for tonight's A-Main. Harry Stewart gets the job done over Aston Hurley. Trent Gosley back there in 3rd. So that is your podium here tonight. As we take a look back through the field, Ayrton Smith 4th, Russell Bonzi 5th, Alexander Magro 6th, then back to Nash Granger, Daniel Boyd in 8th, Braden Shute 9th, Danny Vassell 10th, Daniel Stevens 11th, Jason Crawford 12th. Then back to Craig Sherm 13th, Brett Wheeler 14th, Jason Burke in position number 15, Brad Sanders 16th, J-Dub, Justin Wright home in position number 17, and Ash Hammond to round out your top 18 cars. And then you go back to Bailey Fried, Brett Gerards, Boyd Bowden, Sam Stride, Jacob Croker, and Mark Stewart here tonight at the USA International Speedway. We're going to catch up right now with your top 3 here tonight at the USA International Speedway, as we'll go from 3rd to 1st. So home in position number 3 tonight is Trent Gosley. Home in position number 3, race fans. Trent Gosley home in position number 3 tonight in the 4 machine. Trent, mate, what a way to start off the night. Still got sprint car racing yet to go, but hey, good way to kick off the night so far, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's good. So that's a solid podium after the win last week, so that's good, all the points. It's a bit disappointing to lead that much and then lose the lead, but Harry's a good driver and I made one mistake, and that's all it takes.
Mate, that's right. As we know, that's pretty much what it takes in dirt track racing. But hey, mate, good way to start off the night. We know there's a lot of good sponsors on this race car you'd like to thank, mate, but hey, still got sprint cars later on.
That's it, mate. I just wanted to thank MFR Racing, Maydays Designs at Dan for the awesome paint, Baker Diversified Contractors, and WPC Concreting.
Well, there it is, Trent, mate. Congratulations on position number 3, mate. Hopefully you can bring it up another step closer in the sprint cars, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Trent Gosley home in position number 3 tonight. A very well-spoken young chap as well. As we'll move to position number 2 with Aston Hurley. Home in position number 2, race fans. How about giving it up? He normally drives the Kermit the Frog machine. Home position number 2, Aston Hurley. And Aston, mate, what a way to kick off the night. with a podium. But hey, mate, congratulations. Still got sprint car racing yet to go.
Cheers, dude. Wow, I haven't heard the Kermit the Frog reference for a few years. Jeez. That comment just took me by surprise.
Mate, it's my favourite race car, I must say. Very cool paint when you had the Kermit the Frog machine. But, mate, good way to kick off the night so far here at USA. But, hey, still got sprint car racing yet to go. Hopefully looking for another spot closer.
Yeah, look, well, I didn't expect to even be near the front with these. I honestly don't know how I'm here. I can't drive these. But sprint cars, hopefully I can pull my finger out and get up the front again. It's always good to be at the front in the sprint cars.
Mate, good way to start the night with those are good sponsors on this 99 machine that make it happen each and every week, mate.
Yeah, they're not on this V8 Dirt modified car at the moment, but my sponsors for the team, Horsham Off-Road, UltimateDirtTV, Velocity Race Designs, Decal Evolution, CD Cinematography. All the boys at Allure Esports have always been around and helping. Guys at AFSR, thanks for chucking on the league, and same to you for coming along and broadcasting.
Well, there it is. Aston Hurley home in position number 2 here tonight for the big block modifieds. Aston, well done, mate. We'll see you back for sprint cars.
Cheers.
There it is. Aston Hurley home in position number 2 tonight. Well, this guy jumps on the sim when he can. He's a compact speed car racer in real life. Harry Stewart, mate. Well, you come back up onto the podium this week, mate. Well done. Good way to kick off the night so far.
Yeah, cheers. It is a good way to start. I sort of was just hoping the track would widen out to get maybe 2 grooves in that race, and it sort of just stuck to the top. So it's just more whoever could hit the top, good one corner and try and bomb someone. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Mate, obviously, good way to start the night. Still got sprint car racing yet to go. Obviously, going to pull out the Valvoline number 11 machine. But, hey, good way to kick off the night, mate. And we know there's a lot of good sponsors on this number 11 machine that make it happen each every week for you.
Yeah, just like to thank everyone at United Sim Sports, Alan for doing the race tonight with me and helping me out during that feature after he got unlucky and didn't make it in himself. And Adelaide Radiators, Titan Garages and Sheds, Valvoline, and, yeah, KCLD Cleaning.
Well, there it is. Harry Stewart home in on the top spot here tonight, mate. Harry, well done. We'll see you back for sprint cars, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers.
So Harry Stewart home in position number 1 tonight. Well, race fans, we're going to take a short break. On the other side of this, we're going to go to our sprint car portion for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for that. We've got 900 horsepower, 14 sprint cars coming up on the program.
Gasoline, ibuprofen, Gatorade, and nicotine. It's a vicious circle, spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, puts you 6 feet down. I got 4-round Wranglers and a pearl snap shirt. I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living for man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. brave, fighting through the pain. They ain't never been a pussy, make the Hall of Fame. Come on. Sharp ain't Chris the doing, just a Carolina kid with an attitude. It was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on light than fade into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy. ain't Chris the doing, just a Carolina kid with an attitude. It was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on light than fade into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy. spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, put you 6 feet down. I got 4-round Wranglers and a pearl snap shirt. I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living for man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave tonight. But it ain't about money, it comes from deep inside. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Scars, got a few from bulls and 2 or 3 from bars, but that's the price I pay for fighting through the pain. They ain't never been a pussy, make the Hall of Fame, come on. They ain't Jim Sharp, I ain't Chris Ledoux, I'm just a Carolina kid with an attitude. It was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on light than bleed into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy. Gasoline, ibuprofen, Gatorade, and nicotine. It's a vicious circle, spin around and round. It's a kind of combination, put you 6 feet down. I got 4-round Wranglers and a pearl snap shirt. I'm spitting out blood in the Texas dirt. This ain't no kind of living for man with sense, but I ain't never been accused of watching on a fence. I'd rather ride on lightning than bleed into the night. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Dusty chaps, $48 and a Stetson hat. But there's 2 more rounds of rank bulls to ride, and I'll be worth a lot more when I leave side. So won't you open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side? 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah! Scars, got a few from bulls and 2 or 3 from bars, but that's the price I pay for fighting through the pain. There ain't never been a pussy make the Hall of Fame. Come on. The engine top ain't Chris the Do, I'm just a Carolina kid with an attitude. It was born to rock, born to ride, born to raise hell on a Friday night. I'd rather ride on light than fade into the night. So go and open up the gate and I'ma see you on the other side. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy.
Got a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. 'Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30 horse 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side of that front door. And you knocking, might step out like motherfuckers get to dropping. All the neighbors heard was the dogs barking. The sun was down, it was getting dark, and I told the sheriff it ain't no problems, man. I was just taking out the garbage. So if you don't mind, please excuse me. I'm with the family trying to watch a movie. I'm sure you got better things to do, so I'll let you go and get back to duty.
Coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. My country, this is who I am. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
some gunshots. They wanted me to come check it out. I was just taking out the trash. And I ain't heard nothing. We've been hanging out, you know. Ain't nothing going on around here. I just got the kids in the house and stuff like that. We're just hanging out, having a good old time. Gotcha. Yeah, man. That's it? Sounds good to me. All right, y'all take it easy. Have a good night, man. You leave what happened over here, man. We're gonna go out there and really want you in the house. Cops come out.
Well, race fans, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. It's sprint car time. 14 wing sprint cars out on the speedway. Qualifying currently now underway as Harry Stewart on the racetrack right now in the number 11 machine. The Valvoline sponsored United Sim Sports Natrad radiators. Number 11 heads down the back straightaway. This time into turns number 3 and 4. Runs the bottom side of the speedway. Through turn number 3 and 4 down the main straightaway. He'll bang in a lap time. And goes to the top of the time sheets with a 17.634. Bailey Freed's second quick so far. Ethan Bastion jumps to second with a 17.646. Josh Barry goes quick time with a 17.517. And Harry Stewart can't go any better with a 17.592. So, good lap so far by Josh Barry in the Transport Equipment Hire High Octane Sim Sports number 49. Goes quick time with a 17.517. Aston Hurley as well on the speedway in the Allure Esports number 99 machine. He is now third quick with a 17.525. Clayton Davies goes quick time with a 17.5 dead. In the number 1 machine. And can he go any quicker? Yes, he does, with a 17.467 for Clayton Davies, the ABR setup shop. Number 1 machine. Also got CD Cinematography on board that car. Matty Reid as well out on the racetrack. I'm pretty sure just running some laps in the 46 car. He's currently 10th quick with a 17.560. So it looks like he's just running some laps at the moment. Brett Wheeler on the speedway in the number 56 machine. And here goes quick time with a 17.457. Wow, good lap for Brett Wheeler, 17.457. A good lap so far tonight for Brett Wheeler. Goes quick time, and he will remain quick time as well on the speedway. Well done to Brett Wheeler, coming out with a vengeance tonight in the 14 wing sprint car division. And he'll stay quick timers. We'll take a look at your qualifying results on the speedway. Brett Wheeler goes quick time with a 17.457. Clayton Davies, Josh Barry, Aston Hurley, and Ayrton Smith, your top 5. Here's your grid right now for heat race number 1. It's going to be the 56 car. Brett Wheeler to his outside, the 64 machine of Ayrton Smith. Trent Gosley went up the 4 car for MF Racing out of position number 3 with Daniel Boyd. Pardon me, in the 79 car will start from 4. Brock Lewis will start the 8 machine from 5 with Jason Crawford in the 12 from 6. Jason Burke in the 74 from 7 with Jack Murphy in the 55 from 8. Braden Shute in the 76 from 9 and Evan Tyroa in the 25 from position number 10. 10 laps is the distance here for heat racing competition here tonight. So we will get these cars pushed off on the speedway. And this is going to be a belter, race fans. Brett Wheeler out on the speedway and starting on the pole position. In heat race number 1, can he put it off the pole in tonight's A-Main? What's going to happen? 8 laps is the distance in heat racing competition. So we will get set right now for heat race number 1. 8 laps on the board. We are set to go racing. 410 sprint cars, 900 horsepower here at USA International Speedway. We are set to go racing as we do now. Green flag is out. Good start for Brett Wheeler. Leads us down to turns 1 and 2. Ayrton Smith slots back into the second position, but down the back straight away for the first time. Wheeler leads us into turn number 3 and 4. The SpeedShop51.com, Ultimate Dirt TV, number 56 machine. Into turns 1 and 2. Smith back there in second. And you're back to Gosley in position number 3. Daniel Boyd in position 4 at the moment, and rounding out the bubble for transfer positions into tonight's A-Main directly from heat racing competition. Into turns 1 and 2 they go once again. 2 laps in the books. We've got 6 to go. Here for heat race number 1. Brett Wheeler still leads the way into turns number 3 and 4 this time by. Down the main straightaway they'll run as they exit turn number 4. Into turns 1 and 2, and Brett Wheeler doing an awesome job right now out in front. And I tell you what, he's in the low 17-second bracket in lap times at the moment. 17.486 at the moment is the quickest time on the speedway by your race leader. So Brett Wheeler now, this time by, will have 3 laps left to go as he exits turn number 4 and down the main straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Now, with 3 laps left to go, make that 2.5 as he goes down the back straight into turns number 3 and 4 this time by. So, Brett Wheeler, now with 2 laps left to run, the popsicle sticks are out for heat race number 1. Down the back straight away now, 1.5 to go for your race leader. I tell you what, race fans, I knew he'll be coming out with a vengeance here in the 410 sprint car portion for tonight. Didn't have the best run that he wanted in the big block modified, so time to unleash now that 410 cubic inch, 900 horsepower methanol breathing monster on the speedways. He exits turn number 4 and gets the checkered flag in heat race number 1. Brett Wheeler will take out heat race number 1. Good job to the 56 machine of Brett Wheeler. Awesome job so far here tonight. Puts it off the pole position in tonight's A-Main. Your results for heat race number 1. Brett Wheeler gets it done over Ayrton Smith, Trent Gosley in third. And back to Daniel Boyd, Jason Crawford, Braden Shute, Brock Lewis, Jack Murphy, Jason Burke, and Evan Tyroa in position number 10. You agreed for heat race number 2. And it's going to be Clayton Davies off the pole position to his outside. It's going to be Brett Gerards in the 42 machine. Craig Plater in the 69 will start from 3 to his outside. Will be the 11 machine of Harry Stewart. Position number 5 with the 54 machine of Ethan Bastion. Position number 6 will be the 26 car of Nash Granger. Position number 7 will be the 97 car of Danny Vassell. Position number 8 will be the 7 machine of Alex King. Position number 9 will be the 27 car of Scott Reed. And position number 10 will be the 36 car of Mark Stewart. As cars now pushed away for heat race number 2. And we are about to get set to go racing for heat race number 2. So we are set to go this time by. 410 sprint cars. Heat race number 2. 8 laps on the board. We're green. Oh, a bit of a unknown start there for Scotty Reed in the 27. Caught the infield grass area and just spun the wheels on the main straightaway. Meanwhile, Clayton Davies will lead us into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. Craig Plater went for a big slide job in turn number 3 and 4. And we are caution yellow on the speedway. And I dare say that the 69 car will be getting a slap on the wrist for that one. So we'll wait and see what happens on the speedway. So Harry Stewart and Nash Granger. Harry Stewart back in the pit area in the Valvoline Natrad Radiators number 11 machine. After qualifying pretty decently tonight as well here at USA International Speedway. So we will get set to unleash these guys once again. Played up back there in the 69 car. As we go back to green flag racing out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway they run. Into turns 1 and 2. Played up, put a big slider on Brett Gerard's in turn number 3 and 4. And played up into the wall hard on the back straightaway. And ouch for the 69 car of Craig Plater. We will go back and take a look at the Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay on that one. So it looks like he just got into Scotty Reid. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We'll go back to that. Meant to put it into slow-mo. My bad. So just goes back to, yeah, Platty just getting into this 27 car of Scotty Reid, and unfortunately loops the 69, but then gets collected by multiple cars in turn number 3 and 4. And unfortunately, Platty, the wall doesn't move, mate. And Ethan Bastion also going upside down in turn number 3. So, bit of a shocking way to start heat race number 2. Plater back in the pit area, so he'll start in one of the last chance qualifiers here later on. So we are set to go once again. Clayton Davies and Brett Gerard's on the front row. Let's get set to go back to resume heat race number 2 as we go back to green flag racing. Davies leads us down to 1 and 2. Gerard's on the bottom side of the speedway. Here comes Danny Vassell as well. So too Scotty Reid on the top side. Reid looking to take second away from Brett Gerard's. On the top side of the racetrack right now. Down the main straightaway they run. 5 laps left to go in heat race number 2. Gerard's holding it down nicely in the second position at the moment. Danny Vassell back there in position number 4. Looking down the brink to make it into tonight's A-main directly from heat race competition. Through turns number 3 and 4. Down the main straightaway this time by now. 4 laps down. 4 laps left to go in heat race number 2. Your race leader is the ABR Setup Shop CD Simtography's number 1 machine of Clayton Davies. Brett Gerard's back there in second. Scotty Reid holding it down in third at the moment. Then out to Danny Vassell. Alex King back there in position number 5 at the moment on the racetrack. Down the back straightaway they go this time by into turns number 3 and 4. 2 laps left to go now for your race leader of Clayton Davies. Davies into 1 and 2. I think he's pulled the wing back ever so slightly in that number 1 machine. Down the main back straightaway they go this time by to turns number 3 and 4. Davies exits turn number 4 now, collects the white flag for heat race number 2. Into turns 1 and 2. And down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turns number 3 and 4. And Clayton Davies through turns number 3 and 4 and will collect the checkered flag for heat race number 2. Gets the job done for Clayton Davies. Brett Gerard second. Third will go to Scott Reid. Danny Vassell fourth. In heat race number 2. A good start tonight so far for the 410 sprint cars. Your heat race results for heat race number 2. And there it is. Clayton Davies, Brett Gerard, Scott Reid, Danny Vassell. And you're back to Alex King Nash Granger, Ethan Bastian, Mark Stewart, Craig Plater, and Harry Stewart. Unfortunately, not finishing the race in this one. Heat race number 3, about to line up on the speedway, and it's going to be Josh Barry in the 49 from position 1 to his outside, the United Sim Sports number 23. That is Alan Tacken. Position number 3 will be the 46 car of Matty Reid. Position number 4, the 41 car for Allure Esports. It's Tyler Bish. Position number 5, it is the OBR Sim Sports number 47 of Lachlan Barbary. Position number 6 will be the 15 machine for Synergy Sim Racing. It is Hayden Vickers. Position number 7 will be the 94 car of Bo Nation. J-Dub Justin Wright will start the 78 car from position number 8. And Jacob Croker in the 38 car will start from position number 9. So we're looking for a start this time by Alan Tacken on the outside of the front row. In the United Sim Sports number 23 machine, Josh Barry will be looking for the win in this one. Let's get set to go. Green flag racing this time. Even start for your front 2. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Josh Barry takes the early race lead. Down the back straight they go for the first time in heat race number 3. Barry leads us into turn number 3 and 4. Tacken still back there in second. Matty Reid looking down the brink right now to get into tonight's transfer position. Directly into tonight's A-main. Barbary, though, on the bottom side of the speedway. Looking to go into the transfer position into tonight's A-main. However, right now it's all Josh Barry, the transport equipment hire. High Octane Sim Sports, number 49. Into turns 1 and 2 this time by. Down the back straight away. Oh, better contact there for Lachlan Barbary. Gets shuffled back though. Barbary on the bottom side of the speedway this time by. Holds it down in 4th position right now. We got 5 laps left to run in heat race number 3. Down the back straight away this time by. Barry over Tacken, Bish and Lachlan Barbary at the moment into turns number 3 and 4. Down the main straightaway this time. 4 laps down, 4 laps left to run in heat race number 3. Josh Barry leads us down to 1 and 2. This time by Alan Tacken. Still back there in second. Then back to Tyler Bish. And Lachlan Barbary back there in position number 4. Matty Reid in 5th. Hayden Vickers, Justin Wright, Jacob Croker and Bo Nation to round out United car field. Now 3 laps left to go here in heat race number 3 for Josh Barry. He's got a lengthy lead down the back straight, just under a second of a race lead for the 49 machine of Josh Barry into turns number 1 and 2 this time, and heads down the back straightaway. As we look back in the pack right now, Tyler Bish up to position number 2 on the speedway. Alan Tacken back there in 3rd at the moment, and Matty Reid now moved his way up into position number 4. Lachlan Barbary falling back to position number 6 on the speedway. Meanwhile, Josh Barry leads us into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time here in heat race number 3, and Josh Barry will get the job done in heat race number 3. 1.2 second gap. Back to second for Tyler Bish, home in second. And you're back to Alan Tacken in 3rd, and Matty Reid to round out your top 4. Your results right now for heat race number 3. Josh Barry, Tyler Bish, Alan Tacken, and Matty Reid to round out your transfer cars. Then you're back to Hayden Vickers, Lachlan Barbary, Justin Wright, Jacob Croker, and Bo Nation to come home in position number 9. Heat race number 4, about to line up on the speedway. Aston Hurley will line up the 99 car for Allure Esports out of position number 1 to his outside. The 68 car, that is Brad Sanders. Position number 3 will be the 24 car of Blaine Densley. Position number 4 will be the number 28 car of Sam Stride. Position number 5 will be the 5 machine of Bailey Fried. Stephen Haley in the 60 car will start from position number 6. Daniel Stevens in the 3 machine will start from position number 7. Alexander Magro in the 82 car will start from 8. And Matty Hurd in the 71 car. Good to see Matty Hurd in the field for tonight. In the 71 machine will start from position number 9. So we'll get these cars underway. And hopefully we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here in heat race number 4 here tonight. So yellow lights are out on the speedway. And we are set to go. Aston Hurley and Brad Sanders on the front row. 8 laps is the distance. Green flag at the ready. We are green for heat race number 4 on the speedway. Down to 1 and 2. Hurley leads us down the back straight away for the first time. Into turns number 3 and 4. This time by down the main straightaway they'll run. Aston Hurley over Brad Sanders. Blaine Densley back there in third. Sam Stride in position number 4 at the moment. On the top side of the speedway. Heading down the back chute into turns number 3 and 4. This time by 2 laps down. This time by 6 laps left to go in heat race number 4. So, Aston Hurley, Brad Sanders, Blaine Densley, Sam Stride, your top 4. At the moment on the racetrack, bit of a battle going on for 5th position on the racetrack. Into turns number 1 and 2. Hurley drifts up high in turn number 1 and 2. Tries to grab the cushion down the back straight away. Into turns number 3 and 4. This time by, here comes Brad Sanders challenging for the race lead down the main straightaway. This time by Hurley back down to 1 and 2 they go. Brad Sanders fallen back to position number 2. Lost a little bit of ground to the 99 machine. This time by, we'll have 3 laps left to run. In heat race number 4. Into turns number 1 and 2 they go down the back straight away. This time into turns number 3 and 4. Aston Hurley will see the popsicle sticks this time by. We got one car upside down on the exit of turn number 4. And that seems to be Matthew Hurd in the 71 car. Looks like challenge for the race lead once again. Well, we've got a big crash down the main straightaway on the final lap as well. And Aston Hurley will walk away with this one now in the Allure Esports number 99 machine. Into turns number 3 and 4 this time by. And Aston Hurley will take out heat race number 4. Sam Stride second, Stephen Haley third. Daniel Stevens in position number 4. That changed very quickly with only a couple of laps left to go, race fans. Wow. So, good way to finish off heat racing here tonight at the USA International Speedway. We'll check out your results for heat race number 4. And there they are, Aston Hurley, Sam Stride, Stephen Haley and Daniel Stevens. Final car to make it through to tonight's A main. Unfortunately for Bailey Freed, Brad Sanders, Alexander Magro, Blaine Densley and Matty Hurd will go through to one of the last chance qualifiers here tonight. We're about to get set right now, race fans, for our C main here tonight. And out of position number 1 will be Jack Murphy to his outside, Mark Stewart. Jacob Croker and Blaine Densley will line up out of row number 3. Out of row number 2, sorry. And Jason Burke, Craig Plater out of row number 3. Bo Nation, Matty Hurd out of position number 8. And Evan Tyroa out of position number 9. And Harry Stewart to round out your top 10. So we're set to go right now for C-Main competition here tonight. 12 laps is the distance. Mark Stewart lining up on the outside of the front row. So it'd be cool to see how Mark Stewart goes in this one. Jacob Croker lining up on his inside. Jason Burke out of position number 3. Be sure to watch Berkey out of position number 3, the JSI Sim Racing number 74. Green. We're set to go though. 12 laps on the board. We are green. Into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Mark Stewart takes a race lead through turns 1 and 2 and heads down the back. Straight away gets it all squarely on the top side. And lost all the positions. Now down the back of the bus. And we got one car upside down. That is Jason Burke coming out of turn number 4 upside down for the 74 machine. Looks like Mark Stewart going to get another crack at this. In the 07 car. So let's see what he can do this time. Craig Plater back there as well in the 69 car, looking to transfer into tonight's B main. So we're going to get set to let them loose once again. So here we go, race fans. Mark Stewart and Blaine Densley on the front row. And then you go back to Bo Nation and Craig Plater. We're set to go once again. Green flag is back out. And Mark Stewart leads us down to 1 and 2. Densley on the top side. Takes the race lead down the back straight away. Into turns number 3 and 4 this time by Platzi to the top side of the speedway as well. Holds off a fast charging Harry Stewart right now in the Valvoline United Sim Sports Nat Rad Radiators number 11. Platzi to the top side of the speedway. Grabs the cushion on the exit of turn number 2. Oh no. Craig Plater nearly upended the 69 car. Good way to hold it down. Jumped on the anchors big time. A big pucker factor for the 69 car. Meanwhile, back up front with your race leaders. Here comes Harry Stewart looking for the race lead down the back straight away into turns number 3 and 4. Down the main straight this time by. Put another lap in the books. Blaine Densley leading the way over Harry Stewart. Craig Plater back there in third right now. Into turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time by down the main straightaway. 5 laps in the books. For the 27 car of Blaine Densley. Meanwhile, Jacob Croker and Mark Stewart get together down the back of the bus. And that'll put an end to the night for Jacob Croker. So now we'll have 4 laps left, or this time by we'll have 4 laps left to run in C-Main competition for tonight. Blaine Densley, Harry Stewart, Craig Plater rounding out your top 3. Now, if I'm not wrong, it should be top 2 through to tonight's B main. Blaine Densley just caught the wall coming out of turn number 4 there. Down the main straightaway into turns 1 and 2 they'll go. Here comes Harry Stewart, though, looking to the inside of the 27 machine. Goes to the inside in turn number 3 and 4. Slide job from Harry Stewart. Orchestrated there for Harry Stewart in turn number 3 and 4. Good slide job for the 11 machine. Grabs the cushion out of turn number 2. And down the back straight away, he'll run now. Into turns number 3 and 4. Blaine Densley gone to the bottom side of the speedway. Into turns number 1 and 2. This time now 2 laps left to go. Make that a lap and a half down the back straight. Into turns number 3 and 4. This time by the white flag will fly for tonight's C main. So Harry Stewart looking to take out tonight's C main, and will do so in fashion through turns number 3 and 4 down the main straightaway. And Harry Stewart gets the job done in tonight's C main. Good job to Harry Stewart. Blaine Densley second. Craig Plater coming home in the 3rd spot here tonight in tonight's C main. So we'll grab your results for tonight's C main. Harry Stewart, Blaine Densley, Craig Plater, unfortunately back there in position number 3. Bo Nation, Mark Stewart, Jacob Croker, Burke, Murphy, Hurd, and Evan Tyroa, unfortunately rounding out your 10-car field. Your grid right now for tonight's B main. And here it is, Jason Crawford and Alex King on the front row. Then you go back to Hayden Vickers and Bailey Freed off row 2. Braden Shute, Nash Granger, row 3. Lachlan Barbary, Brad Sanders, row 4. Brock Lewis and Ethan Bastion, row 5. Justin Wright and Alexander Magro at of position number 12. And then you go back to your C-main transferees of Harry Stewart and Blaine Densley. So let's see if Harry Stewart can make his way through to tonight's A-main. Doing the alphabet soup here tonight in the Valvoline Natrad Radiators, number 11 machine, United Sim Sports Car. So we'll go back up front right now with your race leaders. Jason Crawford and Alex King on the front row. We're green for tonight's B main. 12 laps is the distance. And down to 1 and 2, Alex King looking to take the race lead early down the back straightaway. Into turns number 3 and 4, they'll run this time. Hayden Vickers looking for a slide job, 2-for-1 deal in turn number 3 and 4. Braden Shute on the bottom side of the speedway as well. Shute looking for the race lead, takes it from Hayden Vickers in turns 1 and 2. Vickers puts a move back on Braden Shute. Shute on the top side of the speedway, grabs the cushion out of turn number 2. Gets the power down in that 900 horsepower sprint car. Through turns number 3 and 4, they'll run this time by Alex King all over the speedway. Out of turn number 4, we are caution yellow on the racetrack. And Harry Stewart already up to position number 6 on the speedway. I'll tell you what, this battle between the 15 machine of Hayden Vickers and Braden Shute was getting good as well. So we will line them up and get set to go once again. Second last race for the night, race fans. Before we jump into tonight's 30-lap A main for the sprint cars. So hopefully everyone enjoying the action here tonight. Be sure to like, share, and follow here on UltimateDirtTV. So good way to kick off the night with the big block modifieds and seeing Harry Stewart take the win in that one. And now we are up to the main show, the sprint car portion of tonight's proceedings. If you're just joining us, we're up to the B main, the second last race of the night. And Braden Shute is your race leader. 76 car. Hayden Vickers back there in position 2. Alex King in 3. Jason Crawford in 4. You're back to Ethan Bastian, Lachlan Barbary, Nash Granger, Brock Lewis, Alexander Magro, and Harry Stewart rounding out your 10, or your top 10 at the moment. As they now get told by Chief Stewart to line up in 2x2 formation. So, going to be looking for a start this time. Out of turn number 4. Braden Shute and Hayden Vickers.
Green flag, green flag.
This time, Shute leads us down to 1 and 2.
Yellow flag is out.
And unfortunately, yellow on the speedway once again. So cars will catch up to the pace vehicle. And we'll get set to line up these methanol breathing beasts once again. So we're going to get set to go. Should be getting set to go this time by. Yes, yellow lights are out. See what Hayden Vickers can do. This time with Braden Shute. As we're going to get set to go this time by. Through turns number 3 and 4, they'll roll at a very slow pace. They pick up the speed now down the main straightaway. Into turns 1 and 2. Vickers on the bottom side of the speedway looking for the race lead. Couldn't get the job done though. Down the back straightaway this time by Lachlan Barbary into the wall. We got a big crash down the back straight. Into turns number 3 and 4. We go yellow. So, looks like a couple of cars getting together towards the back of the field. And we'll get set to re-rack them and restack them once again. Again, hopefully everyone enjoying the action here tonight. Here on Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 2 of the AFSR Australian Fixed Setup Racing 410 Wing Sprint Car Series here at the USA International Speedway here tonight. Again, the biggest dirt track on the iRacing calendar. So we'll get set to go once again. This time by through turns number 3 and 4. The pace car will get set to pull in. Braden Shute and Hayden Vickers on the front row as we go back to green flag racing. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Crawford on the top side. Down the back chute they run now into turns number 3 and 4. We've got a big crash down the back chute. We go yellow. So we will get set to let them go once again. So looking to go this time by. Braden Shute is your race leader. Hayden Vickers back there in second. Then back to Jason Crawford. Nash Granger, Ethan Bastian, Harry Stewart, Bailey Frid, Justin Wright to round out your top 8. As we'll get set to go this time by. Single file restart. Braden Shute jumps on the fun pedals. We go back to green flag racing now. 6 down, 6 to run. Here in tonight's B main. Vickers on the bottom side looking for the race lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straight where they nearly bang wheels. And Hayden Vickers gone to the race lead momentarily. Meanwhile, Braden Shute takes it back out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway this time by into turns 1 and 2. Shute goes to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. This time by down the back straightaway they go. Into turns number 3 and 4. Shute on the bottom side of the speedway now pulled a lengthy lead over second place running of Hayden Vickers right now. 1.3 second gap down the back straightaway for your race leader. And checkered flag is out for B main competition here tonight. So we're going to get set right now. We'll take a look at your results for the B main. And your transferees: Braden Shute, Hayden Vickers, Harry Stewart, Nash Granger, Jason Crawford, Ethan Bastian, Brayley Frid, Lachlan Barbary, Justin Wright, and Alex King, your top 10. Here we go right now, race fans. Your grid right now for tonight's A main. Lachlan Barbary will line up the 47 car from position number 24. Position 23 will be the 5 machine of Bailey Frid. Position number 22 will be the 54 car of Ethan Bastian. Jason Crawford will line up the 12 from 21. Position number 20 with the 26 car of Nash Granger. Harry Stewart will line up the 11 machine from position number 19. Position 18 will be the 15 car of Hayden Vickers. Position 17 will be the 76 of Braden Shute. From 16 will be the 3 car of Daniel Stevens. From 15 will be the 46 car of Matty Reid. Position 14, the 97 car of Danny Vassell. Position 13 will be the 79 car of Daniel Boyd. As we roll back over the page, Stephen Haitley will line up out of 12. From position number 11 will be the 23 car of Alan Tacken. Scott Reed in 27 from 10. From position 9 will be the 4 car of Trent Gosley. Position 8, the 28 car of Sam Stride. Position 7, the 41 car of Tyler Bish. Position number 6 will be the 42 car of Brett Gerards. Ayrton Smith out of 5. Aston Hurley out of 4. Josh Barry out of 3. Clayton Davies on the outside of the front row. And Brett Wheeler will start on to the pole position for tonight here at the
Green, green, green.
USA International Speedways. Let's get dirty for 30. Here in tonight's A main. Down to 1 and 2 they go for the first time. Brett Wheeler down the back straight away. Hasn't been on the racetrack for some time now after his heat race. So now running on a cold motor. And we will eventually all get up front with your race leaders as Brett Wheeler pulling up behind the iRacing.com official pace car. Get a pretty cool upshot close of the 56 machine. So we'll see if we can roll around on the left front of the 56 car of Brett Wheeler. You can see just the difference in the racetrack. You can see how slick it is as he rolls into turn number 1 and 2. Just maintaining a good pace between himself and the pace car. As we'll ride on board with Brett Wheeler on the front right angle of the car. As he's your race leader, you'll see how the race car reacts in turns 1 and 2 and also in turns 3 and 4 as he jumps on the fun pedal out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. As you can see how much the car leans in turns 1 and 2 as they head down the back straightaway into turns number 3 and 4. We go back out to the track cam. Out of turn number 4 in Clayton Davies. Brett Wheeler going side by side into turn number 1 and 2. On the bottom side of the speedway. Down the back straightaway this time into turns number 3 and 4. Clayton Davies taking the race lead. Into turns number 1 and turns 3 and 4, sorry. Down the main straightaway this time. Now 5 down, 25 or 26 to go, sorry. We're working lap number 5 of 30 this time. Down the back chute into turns number 3 and 4 they'll run. Here comes Josh Barry as well in the 49 car. Looking for second position at the moment over Brett Wheeler. Now back down the main straightaway into turns number 1 and 2. Not sure what is happening with the lap counter at the moment. Still stuck on number 5. Through turns number 3 and 4, they'll run this time by down the main straightaway. There we go. Now 5 down, 25 to run. And Josh Barry working the top side of the speedway, inching ever so close to the 56 machine of Brett Wheeler. Runs the bottom side of the speedway in turn number 3 and 4. Down the main straight, they'll run this time by Davies. Just running the top side of the speedway, running the cushion here at USA right now. Down the back straight where they go. Into turns number 3 and 4. Davies on the top side. We go back to Brett Wheeler. Josh Barry in position number 3. At the moment, Aston Hurley in the top 4. Tyler Bish in 5. Then you're back to Ayrton Smith in position number 6. Harry Stewart, race fans, is your biggest mover right now. He's up 12 positions since the start of the A-Main. We are only 8 laps into tonight's A-Main. And he's up to position number 6 on the racetrack. How about it for the Valvoline United Sim Sports number 11 machine? Hopefully he can continue the charge towards the front. Right now, it's about a 1.8 second gap back through to second position at the moment. Into turns number 3 and 4, Josh Barry also taken the second position away from Brett Wheeler in the 49 machine. So Wheeler in the 56 car, back to the top side in 1 and 2. Looks a little bit loose right now for the 56 machine. Might be struggling a little bit with that race car. Aston Hurley knocking on the rear door, looking for third. At the moment, over Brett Wheeler right now on the top side of the speedway goes Aston Hurley. Wheeler on the bottom side of the racetrack. Through turns number 3 and 4, they'll run this time by as we go back up front with your race leader. As we'll go on board with Clayton Davies. Just running the top side of the racetrack. Just nearly making contact with the outside concrete wall as well as he goes into turns 1 and 2 and also in turns 3 and 4. Nearly tagged the wall coming out of turn number 4 then. 2.4 second gap. Back to second right now for your race leader. Clayton Davies is on a mission. Right now in that number 1 machine, he's on point. Here tonight in the A main over a distance of 30 laps. Wheeler holding it down nicely at the moment in position number 3. Can he get a podium here tonight? In the 14-wing sprint car division here at USA International Speedway, Josh Barry on the top side of the racetrack. And I'll tell you what, Brett Wheeler catching him at the moment, making some progress, is the 56 car. Brett Wheeler just running the bottom side of the speedway at the moment. And we are caution yellow on the racetrack. Now that'll give Harry Stewart a little bit more leeway as well. He's up to position number 5 on the racetrack, but let's see what more in the tank does the Valvoline Nat Rad Radiators United Sim Sports number 11 got in the tank. Also, it'll be cool to see if Brett Wheeler can get a podium spot here tonight. Just gave it a bit of a squirt on the top side of the speedway, just seeing what grip is up there. So we will line them up single file. Couple of cars already out here tonight. Alan Tack and Stephen Haitley are out for tonight. So a couple of the big movers out for tonight, unfortunately. Lining up in 2x2 formation, so double file restart. We're not inside 10 laps just yet. Working lap number 17 of 30. We're set to go back to green flag racing though, out of turn number 4. Green flag is back out. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Stewart on the top side. The 11 machine on the charge right now, the United Sim Sports. Valvoline, number 11, goes wheel to wheel with Brett Wheeler. In turn number 3 and 4 this time by on the bottom side of the speedway. Down the main straight they run now. They've got 12 laps to go here in tonight's A main. Make that, there'll be 11 laps to go as they cross the stripe, this time by out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. Green flag still out here at USA International Speedway right now. And I'll tell you what, Josh Barry holding off Brett Wheeler. Shut the door big time on the 56 machine. Into turn number 3 and 4. Wheeler now with a slide job attempted on the 49 car of Josh Barry. Couldn't get the job done though. Now 10 laps to go. Race fans, it's down now to this. Who is going to get the final podium position in tonight's A main? Down to turns number 3 and 4. This time by down the main straightaway. One car nearly upside down, catches the wall. We go yellow. Caution on the speedway. And wow, wasn't that a good battle? Between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the speedway right now. But how about Harry Stewart, race fans? The number 11 machine is up to 2nd. The KLCD cleaning. Valvoline United Sim Sports. Nat Rad radiators on board as well, that race car. What's he got left in the tank? Who's going to take out tonight's A-Main, race fans? Clayton Davies looking the goods at the moment. In the Hobbs trenching and boring. I was trying to make out what that sponsor was on that race car before. So now that we've got it, the Hobbs trenching and boring. CD Cinematography, send it Sim Sports. ABR setup shop, CD Cinematography on board that race car as well. As the yellow lights are out. Race fans, it is time to find out who's going to take out tonight's A-Main. We've still got 8 laps to go. Who is going to get it done? Clayton Davies, like we said, looking the goods right now as we go back to green flag racing out of turn number 4. Down to turns 1 and 2. Here comes Brett Wheeler to the inside on Harry Stewart right now. Couldn't get the job done though through turns 1 and 2. Down the back shoulder they go this time by into turns number 3 and 4. Wheeler again to the bottom side looking for second. Has he got it out of turn number 4? No, he doesn't. Harry Stewart holds it down. Into turns 1 and 2 they go once again. Down the back straightaway we go now. We've got this time by 6 laps to go. Out of turn number 4. Now working lap number 25 of 30. Into turns 1 and 2. Wheeler now on the bottom side of the speedway. Now taking the second position off Harry Stewart. Into turns 1 and 2. Oh, race fans, this is getting good. Brett Wheeler is looking the goods right now in that 56 machine. What has he got left in the tank? Down the back straightaway now with 5 laps to go. Clayton Davies on the top side, running the cush. Now 4 laps left to run for Clayton Davies. The battle is on for second though. As we'll take a look at the battle on the speedway between Harry Stewart and Brett Wheeler. Stewart goes to the top side, makes a mistake on the cushion. That allows Brett Wheeler to get through. They pull wheel to wheel down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. We've got 3 laps left to go in tonight's A-Main. This is getting good, race fans. Into turns number 3 and 4. They'll run this time. The popsicle sticks are out for your race leader of Clayton Davies. Stewart, though, on the top side. Here comes Brett Wheeler once again to the bottom. Feathering the throttle in that number 56 machine. Into turns number 3 and 4. This time by they'll run. With 2 laps left to go. Make that a lap and a half down the back straight away. Davies now looking at lap traffic just ahead. Looks like Alan Tacken going to go a lap down. Meanwhile, white flag is out, race fans. And through turns number 3 and 4. Down the main straightaway, and Clayton Davies will take the win. Second will go to Harry Stewart. Third to Brett Wheeler. Fourth to Josh Barry. Fifth to Daniel Boyd. Sixth to Aston Hurley. 7th to Tyler Bish. 8th to Sam Stride. A good run tonight, race fans. How good is this? A good run for the sprint cars here tonight, and that'll wrap us up with the sprint car portion of tonight's program. We'll take a look at your official feature results, though. Clayton Davies gets the job done by .729 at the line. Harry Stewart home second, Brett Wheeler third. Then you get back to Josh Barry, Daniel Boyd, Aston Hurley sixth. Then you get back to Tyler Bish, Sam Stride, Ethan Bastion, Scott Reed. Then you get back to Danny Vassell 11th, Nash Granger, Brett Gerards. You're back to Matty Reid, Stephen Haley, Daniel Stevens, Jason Crawford, and Ayrton Smith to round out your top 18. And then you go back to Trent Gosley, Alan Tacken, Lachlan Barbary, Hayden Vickers, Braden Shute, and Bailey Frid rounding out the field here tonight. So we will go now trackside with your top 3 here tonight. As we'll unlock the chat for our drivers. Well, race fans, we are down now trackside and home in position number 3 tonight, and it's a good run for this guy. Home in position number 3, driving car number 56, hails away from New South Wales. It is Brett Wheeler. Brett, mate, a good run here tonight, but hey, it's not a bad way to cap off the night so far.
Yeah, it was. We obviously started off well with quickest in qualifying and picked up a heat win, and we led probably a couple of that feature laps, but then we don't mind this track in sprint cars, so I just thought that the top was still too dominant, but late in that race I was somewhat making the bottom work, but it is what it is, and it's a long season ahead, so we'll take the points after our shock and after we got turned last week, but it is what it is, and we bounced back with a good result tonight.
Made a good run so far, obviously, here tonight. But, hey, what changes did you make between the heat race and the feature? Obviously, track slickened off big time. It was slick from top to bottom. Obviously, like you said, the track was more dominant on the top side of the speedway, but obviously had that car rolling on the bottom as well.
Yeah, we just sort of pulled the wing back. During that heat race, we had it at 0, and then the start of that feature, I think we started at -4 or -5, and then by the end of it, on that last yellow with I think it was 7 or 8 to go, we actually tugged it right back to -10. So we had the thing right in the trunk, and it was all about being smooth and consistent on the bottom. And if you sort of miss that, especially in 1 and 2, it really would hamper your run down the back stretch going into 3. But yeah, like I said, it is what it is. Well done to Clayton and Harry. It was a pretty fun race there,
mate. Sponsor shout-outs. Who turns wheels on this 56 car every week? We know we like to see on the racetrack, mate, but hey, good run tonight.
Yeah, obviously the guys at Black Diamond, Momentum Sim Sports, Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group for coming on and sponsoring tonight. Danny Vassell, all his admin staff at Australian Fix Setup Racing for putting on this event, or these events, I should say. Just everybody that helps out, regards to admins taking time away to not race a particular class, and just let everybody else have fun. Sponsors that Momentum, Speed Shop 51, LCJ Carpentry, Vanderpool Construction, CT Designs, RK Cinematography, LBG Graphics, Everything Dirt, Verdict Clothing, and yourself also for Matt for doing the broadcast tonight and allowing me to jump in their seat and have a bit of fun and occasionally.
Well, there it is. Brett Wheeler home in position number 3 tonight. Well done, mate. We'll see you back next week. Well done.
Thank you, Matthew.
There it is. Brett Wheeler home in position number 3 here tonight. We'll go up to second right now with Harry Stewart, as we'll bring him into the chat room. Harry, mate, well done on position number 2 here tonight. Obviously, another podium. Obviously, you got the win, the big block modifiers, but hey, not a bad way to cap off the night with second in the sprint car.
Yeah, I turned a few laps tonight. I mean, I didn't really turn any in the heat race because I died, but it was fun just stripping around the top for most of that. Besides that being main, it was sort of yellow first, but I enjoyed coming through there. I needed a yellow, and then just before the yellow, I pancaked the wall, and I just could not run the top the same. I sort of got out of my rhythm. So, and yeah, I think the bottom was starting to come back in just because how good the straightaway grip was down low. It was pretty hard to run the top, then cut back down there, and then get a good entry into one. So I just tried to work on that at the end, and yeah, it got better as it went on.
Mate, Brett alluded to, obviously just before when we were having a chat with him, obviously he alluded to the top being more dominant here tonight, and obviously the bottom came in. What were your thoughts on the racetrack throughout the race here tonight?
It was better than what I expected it to be. Every other track seems to be just flat out around the top, which was sort of the case tonight, but there was a few stages where if you sort of hit the bottom really good, you could keep up with the guys up top unless they proper centered around there and got it really good. So it was good for that. It was sort of like coming through the pack in the C and the B and then the A. It was good. You could move around and have a line to go and pass people.
Mate, we did it here in the Big Block Modified. Sponsor shout-outs. Who turns wheel on the 11 machine? Obviously a fantastic way to end out tonight.
Yeah, just big thanks to everyone at United. Alan for doing the race as well with me, and Damo at 87 Creative. I forgot him in the last one. He does all my designs for everything in real life and on here, so he's a huge help. Valvoline, Titan Garages, Adrad Radiators, and KCLD Cleaning.
Well, there it is. Harry Stewart home in position number 2. Well done, Harry. You'll see you back next week, mate. Well done.
Cheers.
Harry Stewart home in position number 2 here tonight. And, well, good to see this guy back up on the podium step here once again. Driving car number 50, it is Clayton Davies. And Clayton, mate, obviously got the one on the side wing tonight. But, hey, good way to cap off the night here so far, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I definitely had to make up for missing the podium last week. And what better way to do than just straight lead it and try and lead as many laps as possible.
Mate, obviously we go back to last week at Limaland and we come to this week, obviously a much different racetrack. Obviously Limaland being a tight little boring of a racetrack, but you come to tonight where here at USA it's a lot more open, a lot faster. You're obviously different grooves on the racetrack. Brett also, and Harry said it as well. What were your thoughts on the racetrack here tonight? Obviously some of the other drivers thinking it was a lot more top dominant.
Yeah, I think it might have been a little bit top dominant, but I think that was just a lot of people favouring the bottom early. Which it's the same on most dirt tracks, is wherever you run it, that's going to wear out eventually, and yeah, a lot of people just wore the bottom out. I think if we stayed a bit on the top, it probably would have came a bit more to the bottom. I felt towards the end they probably might have had something on the bottom, but yeah, I think just too early on the bottom and it's just worn it out.
Mate, a fantastic run here tonight. Obviously, like you said, a comeback from last week. But hey, mate, sponsor shout-outs. Who turns wheels on? Obviously, we're going to go with number 1 because you got the number 1 on the side wing. So, who turns wheels on the 1 machine, mate? Well done.
First of all, I'd like to thank you and Brett for putting on the broadcast for us, even though Brett's behind the wheel. All the guys at AFSR for putting on the league. It's great to have them back. Sponsorship and partnership-wise, I'd like to say thanks to all the boys back at Send It Sim Sports for be a bit more just encouragement and talking to now and then when I get a little bit too hot-headed. Partner-wise, I'd like to thank Western Machine Shop, Atlantic Oil, Hobbs Trenchant and Boring, Sydney Computers, AJ Insurance, Transform Media, SRT Australia, Gage Stevens for helping me out with Pro Series. I forgot to thank him a lot for that. TD Cinematography, ABR Setup Shop, 2-7 Designs, and Locked On Lads, Heatwave Designs, and Slick Apparel.
Well done, Clayton, on tonight's win, mate. Here, we'll see you back next week, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
There it is, Clayton Davies home tonight in the top spot. Well, race fans, that'll bring us to a close here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We hope everyone has enjoyed the action. We'll see everyone back next week for round number 3 here for the Australian Fixed Setup Racing. I do believe it should be wingless back on the program next week along with the 14-wing sprint cars. Until then, my name is Matt Bailey. We thank everyone for watching online here tonight from wherever you may be watching from. And we'll see you guys next week here from Ultimate Dirt TV. Good night.